Welcome to the fabulous RotoWire Online Championship on NFBKC, set up by yours truly, Shannon McEwen.
Hello. All right. So Ken and I are going to try to tag team this draft tonight. It should be interesting. That will probably be the only whistle unless this goes way off the rails.
Every pick. We've got pick 11. So that's going to be interesting who falls to us. We wanted to be near the end because third round reversal. And yes. I don't think any of our competitors are watching. That would be surprising.
You know, if they are, kudos to them for taking that strategic approach. I'm okay with it.
Do you want to go into who we're hoping to get with pick 11 and 14?
Yeah, so we are going to be very conscious of percentages. Yes. Also, with NFBKC, the big men, especially the centers who block shots, go fairly early. They are definitely more highly valued in NFBKC than standard formats. So it would not be a
center league, right, sir?
Yes, sir. That is correct. So, the top 6 in ADP on NFBKC is Jokic, Embiid, SGA, Jason Tatum, Luka, Tyrese Halliburton.
Yep, they're showing Halliburton number 4 right after SGA. I actually think I like Halliburton a little more than SGA.
I am fine with either one. Those are actually, if I don't have the number 1 pick in a rotisserie draft this year, I want SGA or Halliburton, and it's almost a coin toss for me.
Right. Well, neither of those gentlemen are falling to number 11.
Highly unlikely.
We're keeping our fingers crossed that a Mr. Trae Young is available. He of the 90% free throw shooting. Not helping our field goal percentage there, just a hair under 44%. But the 10 assists a game are hard to not enjoy.
Yep. I enjoy the free throw percentage, elite assist, obviously. Good volume on the free throws, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hollow like a lot of other point guards are. Wish he could get some more steals, but he'll still be close to 1 per game. I do like Trae Young in that range, so he is who we are defaulting to unless one of these top 6 players go. Beyond that, I mean, if Trae Young somehow goes before 11 and we're left debating between Curry, Durant, Dame Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Davis, Giannis, Ant Edwards, LaMelo Ball, it'll be an interesting, panicked discussion that we have at 11.
I think we both agree we're not touching Kevin Durant with a 10-foot pole, right?
I don't agree with that. I might try to talk you into it. I know you don't want to, but when I'm looking at this format specifically and how strong he is on percentages, the fact that he does, he hits threes, doesn't get as many defensive stats as he did during his peak. But there's a lot to like.
Oh, it'll be a great 50 games. It's the other 32 I'm worried about.
I get it.
Well, here we go.
We are underway.
1 minute in between picks. Waiting on number 1 here. I'm not sure what's taking him so long.
Right.
Gee, who should I take at number 1?
If you are interested in joining the RotoWire Online Championship, these leagues run on NFC. NFBKC is the basketball contest. It's a RotoWire Online Championship. There's upwards of 300 total teams that'll be in this. $350 entry. The grand prize is $10,000 for the overall. You'll have each 12-team league will have prizes as well and payouts, but then there's a overall prize with a $10,000 payout. So if you're the top overall rotisserie team, you can win a lot more than that. We are going to also probably give away some subscriptions if anyone can finish above Ken and I in this 12-team format. We'll see.
So not surprising, Jokic and Embiid are both gone, and SGA just went. answering our debate. I'm more of a Halliburton. You're a little more of an SGA. The number 3 team here preferring SGA. I think number 1, we'll see if number 1 took 55 of his 60 seconds to decide on Jokic. I think he must have had other chores around the house. I can't imagine what the debate was there.
Well, that's why I'm doing the live stream from the office here. Otherwise, I would have 2 ankle biters to shake off and a wife trying to get me to help with dishes or something.
There goes Luka at number 4 and Tyrese Halliburton at number 5. No surprises as of yet. I assume Jason Tatum's going to go here, number 6, but we shall see. Yep, there goes Tatum off the board. Not losing my mind. That's good. And now I think it gets a little trickier. Now's where it's not so clear. We need to start adding to our queue. We have just Trey and Jaron. You want to add Durant, and I do not.
No, we don't have to. It's okay. I have faith. I like to live dangerously. I don't need my queue all synced up here. We've got backup power between the 2 of us.
That's true.
So someone will be able to hop in if there's some kind of weird thing going on. And honestly, with the debate we're going to have between the 5 or 6 guys that are going to be available at 11 and again at 14, I will not be. I will not. Curry. Yeah, I will not be hurt if we just get the default whoever's at the top of the draft list.
I'd say here's the first obvious misstep: Dame Lillard with pick number 7. Got to assume his role is going to shrink a little in Milwaukee, right?
Well, I don't expect him to score 30 points a game like he did last year. I could see more assists. Dame could average a career high in assists this year.
I think he will, but it's going to hurt the threes and the points. But we'll see. We are on deck. That Giannis pick went a little earlier, especially since he does not qualify at center here in the NFBKC, just forward.
No center. And, as you and I discussed pre-going live with the stream, Giannis averaged under 1 3-pointer, under 1 steal, and under 1 block per game last year. And in rotisserie, with those numbers all going down and his free throw percentage where it's at, it's tough for me to warrant picking him with the top 10 pick.
All right. Well, Anthony Davis, who you and I both really don't want, just win 10, and it's our turn. Do you want to make our Trae Young pick, sir?
So the one thing I could say is it could get interesting here if we want to take a step back and say, if you were okay with Durant, which I don't think you are, we could take Durant here and risk it that Trae Young will be right back at us available for us at 14. No?
I love the Trae Young, Jaren Jackson plan. Let's go with that, please.
Trae Young it is.
Very nice. Very nice. And Jackson ought to be there. He of the 2.8 block game.
All right. Booker and Mitchell back-to-back at the turn. So we are back on the clock at pick 14.
Everything's coming to plan here.
I'll tell you what, man. If Durant had center eligibility, which I don't know if there's ever been a season, I would push really hard for us to go with him here.
But he doesn't, and Jaren Jackson does.
I like Jaren Jackson. No Morant, so his scoring should go up.
Yeah.
His blocks are elite. His free throw percentage is
under 20 seconds. I'm getting nervous.
Oh, come on. Okay, we are going to go Triple J and get our blocks early.
Bada bing.
Oh, they in no other league, any other 12-team, 16 roster league would I pick Triple J that early. But my experience in NFBKC, I've played in this exact format at least a handful of times, and my experience is centers are a premium, blocks are a premium, and I like going with Triple J there. It's about 10 picks earlier than I would want to pick him normally, though.
Yeah, normally 2 center leagues alone change the dynamic. And then, as you mentioned, blocks are just such a premium in this league. Can I just say how happy I am we didn't have to debate Anthony Davis on air? That was just fabulous. Someone please take Durant. I guess I'd be very happy with Durant in the 3rd round. At the end of the 3rd, beginning of the 3rd. Sorry, reversal for us. You keep erasing my cue. No, they keep getting selected. That's the problem.
Yes.
All right, so bonus. Yes. To the point of centers going early. The thing with Sabonis, doesn't block a lot of shots. It does not. All right, Edwards gone. LaMelo gone. I'm fine with LaMelo being gone. I don't see him for playing north of 60 games. Durant gone. Okay. Edwards gone.
I will say our projections and rankings are much higher on Trae Young, our first pick, than a lot of others. We have him as 7th overall, 7-8 range.
What, his usage is going to go down? That's ridiculous. They love him in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like, who's taking – maybe last year if you weren't sure what was going to happen with DeJounte Murray, but we now know. I feel good about our projections.
We did go way off the board based on RotoWire projections for Jaren Jackson, but I'm okay with that. I do feel like Jaren Jackson, for all your complaining about games played –
yeah, you're right. He's a little risky. He's a little risky. Young, though. At least he's young. Not old and injured like Mr. Durant. There's a small outside chance Wemby falls to us in the 3rd round here. Any thoughts? 3rd round.
Yeah,
I'd rather do that than Harden.
I mean, we want to go with the overall. We're not just playing for a 12-team league win here. We're playing for the overall
champion.
Yeah. So I think, Mikal Bridges, he's not going to drop to 26. It's very unlikely. Right. I would love to get him there. Desmond Bane, I am very high on. I think he would be great at 26. Wemby just went off the board.
So that debate's gone.
Around Kyrie Irving off the board.
Thank God.
So top of the queue, we have Mikal Bridges, James Harden, Darius Garland, Desmond Bane, and my boy, Cade Cunningham.
I'm so happy someone took Irving. I do a little party every time someone takes Irving in my league. I'm always like, yes. What are the NFBKC rules about me getting a bourbon after the 5th round? Getting late.
Whenever Bridges off the board, pick 23. I'm honestly
we got a chance at Bane. We got a chance at Bane, though.
I'm surprised that
Harden's still out
dropped. Harden is
out there. If we don't get Bane, we go in. There we go, LeBron. I don't see him suddenly.
We're not. Oh, I refuse. Okay. You're the one who said no old men.
Oh, there goes Bane. There goes Bane. Julius Randle, I'll remind you, qualifies at center. He would be the highest ranked center next available on the RotoWire rankings if we want to lock down our starting 2.
All right. So we are picking?
We are picking. Darius Garland just left.
Harden, Cade Cunningham, De'Aaron Fox, Fred Van Fleet, Lauri Markkanen, Pascal Siakam. 38 seconds, Ken. Evan Mobley. I worry about his free throw percentage.
I like Julius Randle. The usage is insane.
There's a chance that Randle is available much, much later. Okay, he's about 20 picks. I know whom I'm voting for.
Okay.
It's not a surprise. My boy Cade Cunningham.
Cade?
Oh, boy. I think he's better. We got 10 seconds. 9.
Go 8. Go ahead.
Yeah. I love it, Ken. This will be fun. Thank you.
It's fun. Whether it's winning or not, I don't know, but it's fun.
No, because they are going to be far more competitive than most people are giving them credit for. They want this year to have their young core really gel, build that culture.
Totally unbiased opinion here.
Yeah. What?
That
was just a byproduct of
Murray gone, by the way. Hey, there's upside. There's upside.
Oh,
there's upside.
I've liked him a lot this year for fantasy, and I think he will. The percentages should be solid. He's looked really good this summer, practicing with all the young studs with some of the Team USA stuff.
Okay.
Glowing. All the reports are glowing out of Detroit.
Consideration to a center with our 4th pick.
We certainly can. I think the key will be finding one that hopefully blocks shots. To worry about
Porzingis off the board, who did qualify at center. Yeah, I hear you on Randall. I mean, Randall, ideally, we'd have another decent center and could play Randall at the forward. But I just love the flexibility, the ability to play him there, should we need to. Vucevic is out there. He's not going to get us the blocks we want. Walker Kessler is a little one-dimensional.
Yes.
I'm going to put him in our queue. That's not going to hurt him. I am a much bigger Nick Claxton fan. Yes, his free throw percentage stinks, but also he takes only like 2-3 free throws a game. It's a little early for Claxton, but I'm putting him in our queue for later.
We're our next pick, 4th pick. This is the longest stretch for us here with the 3rd round reversal.
Right.
In between our 3rd pick and our 4th pick, quite a gap. Basically pick 26th, and we don't pick again. And with Cade Cunningham, we do not pick again until pick 47.
Talk to me where you stand. Vucevic, Kessler, Miles Turner.
Oh, Vooch by a extremely large margin.
Because, the RotoWire software in this format, much bigger fan of Walker Kessler. Got Kessler at 51. Vooch drops all the way to 70th.
I've got Vooch at 43.
2 centers, 9 category, or 8 category. I do have it at 8 category.
I will say the one thing, Vooch is just very strong percentages. You know what you're going to get? Strong rebounds. Yeah. He does hit 3-pointers. We've got him projected for 1.4 3-pointers per game this season.
He does. Just a hair under 1 block a game.
Yeah, the blocks are an issue. I do think with a guy.
Kessler's 2.7 blocks a game. Here's the thing. Young upside. You know what I mean? Like Vucevic. This gets into Vooch is the safe pick. Kessler arguably has the upside.
Kessler's ADP where I'm not talking about his ranking in the draft room. I'm talking about his ADP is 50. Okay.
Yeah.
But my
for NFBKC. Yeah.
My argument against Kessler is I don't think you do. We're basically going overboard on blocks then with Kessler, the combo of Kessler and Jaren Jackson. If we didn't go Jaren Jackson, I think Kessler would be an obvious pick. Free throw percentage
that might help Julius Randle argument if he's still there. I don't think he's going to be there, but if Randle's there, first of all, the usage is insane. We know Tibbs is going to play him till the cows come home. He's much worse. We like him on RotoWire a lot more than the ADP of NFBKC does.
We do, and I'm on board with picking him at 47. I think that's a fantastic value for Julius Randle. I will be I mean, I know his overall rank is 49 and he's coming in. If he's there, I'm on board.
I don't know if Vooch is making it all the way to the 47th pick. We'll see.
The one other thing about Randle is I will say, because if one of these guys who is, basically a top 40 pick falls into our laps, if a Vooch or a Siakam, essentially, a Paul George even, because we do need forwards. I like Paul George quite a bit with this format. Siakam, Vooch, Paul George, if one of those guys dropped to 47, I like them more than Randall, just because then hopefully Randall's still there at the 50th pick for us.
Okay. Miles Turner gone, by the way. Another, just adding to my neuroses about centers. He went right after Porzingis. I'm just marking in.
James Harden dropped to pick 3.9. Given the uncertainty with his, what team he's going to play for, that's probably about right. But I'll tell you this right now: if he plays 75 games,
shocking.
If he does,
I mean, it's a swing for the fences move. Oh yeah, if he does,
he's still a top 25 fantasy player.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, frankly, yeah, you could absolutely justify that as a third for your third round pick.
Yes.
I
love him. I love him that range. He's been dropping. I've seen him drop to fourth, late fourth even.
I mean, Cade coming off, the health situation for Cunningham better, but he's no Cal Ripken going to play 70 plus games lock either after missing essentially the entire season. Though you said he could have come back at the end of the season if the Pistons were playing for anything.
I'm convinced he would not have had surgery if they were a competitive team.
Okay.
I think they just played it safe and said, we're going to make sure you're strong and ready next year.
Okay.
Instead of risking any further damage.
Let's get back to the center debate. Where's your preference? If it gets down to Kessler or Claxton, who do you prefer?
My preference is Kessler. I think it is a coin flip.
Similar, frankly. They both have great field goal percentage and terrible free throw percentage, but both don't shoot that often. They're both going to be around 2.5 steals.
2.5 blocks.
I'm sorry, blocks.
Oh, I think Kessler's. I think Kessler's got more upside with blocks. His per minute blocks were ridiculous last season. I think he has like league leading block upside. Also, I believe he'll have more rebounding upside than Claxton as well. Overall upsides. They're both risky. Free throw percentage is going to be bad. But we have Randall off. Wait, not Randall. Sorry. Evan Mobley, Jamal Murray, Claxton off the board. Ooh, all right, Claxton is gone.
Yeah, see, I'm getting nervous.
Good. I'm glad.
What? Kawhi, fine. Very happy someone else took him. That's great. No problems there. DeRozan. Hey, that's safe.
I love Jordan Poole.
Take DeRozan.
Jordan Poole, I love this year. He is ranked 45th here in the NFBKC rankings. We already have 2 guards, so it's highly unlikely we go with a third.
I'm a little worried he's going to torpedo.
I am as well. I think pairing him with Trae Young is a recipe for disaster.
He and Kuzma are just going to jack unconsciously.
Yes. That I agree with. I will say
there goes LeBron.
The downgrade on Vucevic in this format is his lack of blocks, but I think people are discounting the amount of 3-pointers that he hits from the center position.
Fair.
Fair. Just go look at Kessler and his projected 1 3-pointers compared to 121 projected 3-pointers for Vucevic.
Well, like you said, if Jackson's your first center and getting 2.8 a game, those Vucevic blocks feel a lot more okay. All right, well, we got 3 picks before us. We got 3 in our queue. Chet Holmgren.
Jordan Poole gone. 1 more pick until we're up. So we got Vucevic and Walker Kessler and Julius Randle at the top of our queue. I think
any of them, to be honest. Like, I can go in any direction.
I would argue. I think there are going to be a couple guys who we can get some blocks to complement Jaren Jackson Jr. later in the draft.
Okay.
And with that in mind, I like going with Randall or Vooch. I'm fine with either.
How about How about How about Randall or Vooch? And if Kessler's there on the turn, we just locked in our whole center situation.
Okay, we are up. Julius Randle. Okay, Zach LaVine just went. Here's my argument. Okay, so we have pick 47 and then pick 50. My argument for Vooch over Randall is that Vooch ranked 35th ADP of 35.5 on NFBKC. I think it's a lock. He gets selected if we pass him up right here.
Okay.
But I think there is a chance that Randall will still be available.
I 100% agree. The chance is higher. Randall's there at the turn. So you want to take Vooch, or do you want me to hit the button? Let me see if I can hit the button because it is available to me. I'm taking Vucevic.
I can't believe they gave you that kind of power. No. All right,
we're kind of turning our back on our.
There we go.
Our back on the RotoWire. All right, Sengun,
Kessler and Sengun went. We're gonna go Julius Randle. I'm just gonna make the pick right here. He hits more 3-pointers than I think most folks realize. Free throw percentage, he was up to, he's around 75% now, not as detrimental he's been in the past. Field goal percentage, not great for a power forward, but I like his overall production. I'm good with
qualifies at center. Love the flexibility.
All right, cool.
All right, now we go guards. Now while everyone else is terrified that we just took 3 centers, we swoop in and get a bunch of bargains at guard.
The dual eligibility of both Jackson and Randall is very appealing in this format as well.
Delicious. So. Jalen Williams, surprisingly, guard. Not guard forward, just guard.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Does that mean they have Giddey as forward?
They've got Giddey as a guard too.
Okay,
they already. Oh, that's one. I'm spelling Simons. Sorry. I'm just loading up our queue with guards.
I like
with some fabulous.
Everyone hits threes. I think we're gonna have to do some work on the defensive side, percentages and defense. Cade is also a good secondary source of assists after Trae Young, who is going to be right up there in the league leaders with Halliburton and James Harden if he finds a team. But I think defensive, 3-pointers, we're going to be pretty solid already. The fact that we have 3 big men who all hit threes, I'm worried about our percentages, field goal percentage specifically, and also our defensive stats. Let me see kind of where we're at with my categorical targets that I have for this league. I went off the overall championship winner from last season and essentially tried to take if you were to finish top 10 in all 8 categories in the overall contest, what kind of benchmarks you'd have to hit. And I'm using those for ours. Obviously, we're not going to be there for all of them, but I want them to be within reach. The overall champion won in pretty much a landslide last year in this contest, and he was strong in 7 of the 8 categories. And even his worst category, I think he was only, there were still 50 of the 290 teams that he was above in that one category. So, but everything else, he was high up in the standings.
I don't know. Oh, wait, did Brandon Ingram go? Did I miss that? Josh Giddey's gone. Ayton. Look, the Ayton pick. To me, that's panic at center. I'm glad we're not doing that.
No, I love Ayton this year. I think he's actually going to be fantastic.
I think he's soft. He's going to buckle under.
Oh, you're such a hater.
I am a hater. When did Ingram go? Oh, I totally missed that.
It would have been right after our Randall pick, I believe. Because he was one of the guys I was going to mention.
No, it's not. It's Randall, Brown, Franz Wagner.
Oh, so I
Ayton
know I
and
saw
Giddey.
him. Saw him somewhere.
He's not coming up on
Oh,
search, so
no, he is there. Ingram. He is the top in the draft pool right now in the player pool, ranked 50th.
Maybe I had to. All right. Look, we don't have to go guard. We have arguably.
No, we can go
We
forward.
could
We can
totally go
go.
forward.
Yeah, we can definitely go forward.
And
I'm not
actually,
worried about
Ingram,
that.
as forwards go, pretty nice assist. Not particularly sturdy, but good percentages.
So we have picks 71 and 74. So we're currently.
I know you're a Scotty
57.
Barnes lover.
There's no way he drops to 71. If he does, he's an automatic draft for me. There's question marks with the percentages, which is why he's not going higher on NFBKC.
Yeah.
It's a risky pick, but I think there's tons of upside. And you're talking about a guy who's going in his third year. If he could take a leap with his efficiency, he could be scary. Scary multi-categorical contributor.
I was just going to suggest OG. He just got taken.
Yeah, I mean, I'm afraid we're going to be left debating like Zion and Banchero.
All right, Jalen Williams. Let's discuss. Great percentages, great steals, a lot of upside. Sophomore. I think he surpasses Giddey as far as offensive options on this team.
I don't agree with that. He could be. He could. I think Chet Holmgren is much better than most people realize, and I would put Chet as the most likely player to be second on the team in scoring for OKC. And then Giddey's usage will be higher because Giddey's going to be secondary facilitator or even primary facilitator behind SGA. They're kind of 1A, 1B as far as facilitating goes. I like Williams a lot. I don't think he's not him being ranked 61st is insane. I think he should be ranked in the 80s, especially in this format. But I like him. I love him as a player. I just think this is too high. If he somehow drops to 71, 74, then we can certainly discuss it, but it'll be amazing if he drops that far.
There goes
Ingram, Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, Bradley Beal.
I'm fine with Beal going. He's not.
I think people are understating his playmaking ability. He looked damn good last night in the preseason game, and he had that first season post John Wall era in Washington where he kind of took over as the team's de facto point guard. I think people forget how good he is at distributing.
No, I agree with you. I'm fearful. I'm just going to put this name in the queue for later while I'm thinking about it. But Tyus Jones, Wizards. Not saying it's 71. Maybe it's 74. It wouldn't be terrible. But I want to throw that out there. Maxey gone. Maxey could be looking darn good whenever Harden winds up at the Clippers. I know you're not as big a Maxey fan as I am.
I love Maxey in this range. If he were available at 70 or 71, he is an automatic draft.
Please tell me you don't want to gamble on Zion Williamson at 61.
The one thing I will say is he helps with the field goal percentage. And there's
heck yes. All right, here's a former Piston. Jeremy Grant.
I'm not high on Jeremy Grant this year.
A little bit average.
I think the Portland Trail Blazers are going to lean heavily into that young core of guards. And I don't expect Jeremy Grant's usage to be what it's been the past couple seasons.
Brooke Lopez off the board.
Nice, safe pick. Really good for this format.
Gobert gone. Happy we got the centers when we got them.
We have to be very mindful of field goal percentage.
Gafford's still out there, by the way. and his 70% free field goal percentage.
Of course he is. Gafford ranked 86, much higher on NFBKC than what you'll find on most other formats.
We've got him at 98.
That'll be for our next 2 picks after.
Yeah.
That'll be for our 8th and 9th round picks. If he's around, we can discuss. That's why I like that flexibility of moving, Jackson and Randall. We can play them both at forward.
Absolutely. No, I was preaching that. Yeah, I agreed 1,000%. That's why we're perfect co-managers.
Oh man. Percentages.
You know who's still available? Jabari.
You know how much I
I'm
love
pulling him in the queue. I know. I agree. I'm sold. That last 2 months were awesome.
You're talking about
a real point guard that can feed him. A real point guard.
I'm preaching percentages and how we really need to try to shore up field goal percentage here with these next couple picks.
Yeah.
And Jabari Smith,
41%. Wasn't he mid 40s the last 2 months? I thought he
should be a 50. I mean, for a guy with his skill set, I think it's going to be a totally different player. Honestly, I don't think we're going to see the same guy we saw his rookie season. All right, so
gone.
We have Zion Williamson gone, 7th pick in the 6th round.
Getting close to us.
I would have argued that we should pick Zion at 71 if he was there.
Okay, I'm glad we don't have to have that.
I know you are.
So what are we leaning here? Who are we leaning?
Do we think Banchero can be more efficient in his second year?
Weren't you dogging him in one of our pods?
I was. But also, dropping to 71 is a much different equation.
Yeah.
That's
yes, I can be completely convinced. I mean, every sophomore always shoots better. I can be convinced. He's not going to get us much in the stock. We're forecasting 1.5 stocks. Oh, there he goes. Oh wait, no wait. Yeah, he just went, right? So we just lost Banchero.
So where are we at right now? How much time we got? Pick 69. Okay, Banchero right after Zion. All right, so here we're sitting with percentages after our first 5 picks.
Yeah.
We are at our projected free throw percentage would be 82.6. I want to be closer to 83, but we're within range. Okay. And then for field goal percentage, we are down. We're at 46.2. We want to be up around 48, 49%. 46 is not doing it. We'll say that. If we get up to, I want to be at 49. I don't think I'll be surprised if we can get there.
Look.
But solid everywhere else. Everywhere else, I like what we're putting together so far.
Yeah, I love that. I love when we grab centers. I love that we already have 3 eligible. Love it all. Love all that.
I think steals and field goal percentage.
Cameron Johnson
categories I'm most worried about. Oh, we are up on the clock. 52 seconds to go. All right, so we have choices here. Ken, Jared Allen. Chris Middleton, Jeremy Grant, CJ McCollum.
Jalen Williams got snagged.
Yes, gone.
Great.
Tyus Jones.
I'm frozen.
Gross, man.
I'm sorry.
All right, so I mean, we can go Jared Allen if you want to go another center and move Triple J to forward. No. We got to pick. Then it's Jeremy Grant who I don't want to pick.
D White?
No, God, no, not
you. Pick. God
damn it!
Wait, I didn't pick Grant.
I know I did. The time ran out. It doesn't matter. I'm not.
I thought you were going to go Allen. I thought you were going to go Jared Allen. Oh, now you're frozen.
No. Well, good. I'm glad.
Is your night ruined with former Piston Jeremy Grant?
I hate that.
Well, we got to get ready. We're coming back. All right, Kuzma.
Yeah.
So who do you want to go with? Look, you pick whoever you want. You want to take Jared Allen, move those guys to forward. It will be a huge percentage play. It's not a lot of points.
We're pretty good at free throw percentage right now, and he's actually not as horrible as most.
Not bad for a
centers.
74,
74%. I do think he is the best player on the board, and we are absolutely set up at center then.
Sure we are, yeah. No trades for those unfamiliar with the NFBKC situation. RotoWire, by the way, does not agree with our pick. NFBKC does.
And then looking at the next, then we have like Jabari Smith could still be around, Michael Porter Jr., some Keegan Murray, some decent forwards who should have decent percentages.
9 seconds. I'm taking Jared Allen. I'm hitting the button right now.
All right.
Who, by the way, was still available, even though you wanted to take him, the prior pick. Would you feel better if we told people we took Allen at 71?
I'm not a big fan of either pick. Right. I like Jared Allen a lot more. I like both players a lot more in best ball formats. Jeremy Grant's fine there. I just worry about his role with this team. And he could be the second leading scorer for the Blazers. They could lean on him. But DeAndre Ayton, they're going to feed the ball into Ayton a ton. Simons is going to chuck from all over the court.
We got to let it go. It's time to move on to our time to we have a lot of time. But
yeah, I know. That's why we're talking.
How do you feel about Tyus Jones? Doesn't help with the threes that much, but not awful, not like his brother. 1.6 threes a game we're projecting. 7.4 assists. It's only 44% from the field, but excellent free throw percentage at 82%.
I'm okay.
He's going to get minutes galore. If
he's still available at our next pick, I do believe he is.
Do we remove Gafford from our queue? I mean, we could play him a utility, but we don't at the flex spot. We don't need to. We got some crazy amount of centers on this. But that's going to help the field goal percentage for sure.
I'm happy with that Jared Allen pick, and the Jeremy Grant pick's fine. He's just not my.
All right, how about this? We go John Morant, knowing that he'll be on our bench, obviously for 25 games.
No. I don't think that's a wise decision to stash injured players in NFBKC. I actually think you want to keep a flexible bench and be able to stream in players.
Higher game counts each week.
Yeah,
he's all-star for 45 games. Of course, he's also awfully injury prone. All right, well, just throw it out there.
So that helps.
Every player has value. Every player has value.
After adding Jared Allen and Jeremy Grant, that actually helped with our percentages significantly. It dropped us a little bit in free throws. We're down to 81%. I want to be at 83.
What category you want to focus on?
And then our field goal percentage, projected field goal percentage, now at 48.8. So I want to be at 49. 48.8 is very strong though. So I'm happy with that. We're good with blocks. We are good spot with rebounds. I think assist and steals, while trying to find assist and steals with a decent field goal percentage is the tricky part.
Well, I mean, back to Morant, he did, projecting him at almost 47%. But not that many steals, just 1.1 a game. Tyus Jones, excellent steals. And, should play the full season, certainly 76 plus games. Jabari Smith, long gone. I'm way behind on picking keeping up with all the
Yeah,
picks.
give you an update here after our pick of Jarrett Allen, Jabari Smith, Scary Terry, CJ McCollum, Jalen Duran, Okongwu, Mark Williams, Dan Gafford. That's that center run. I'm actually all the more happy we went with Jarrett Allen now. We kind of initiated that center run. We would have been picking Jabari Smith, 15 spots ahead of his ADP, that's fine. If it's your guy, go get him. But I've looked at it and just saw some forwards who maybe aren't the most appealing names, but that should be available in range of our next pick. Our next two picks are 95 and 98. Tobias Harris, everyone's sour on him this year, but he still does enough, man. He still does enough, and he has great percentages. I'm adding him to the queue.
That's all right. D White, gone. My love for D White.
I do.
It's not rational, but
Kendall or Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray.
I mean, should be some sophomore upside there, right? He's never going to be any better than third scoring option.
Most 3-pointers ever for a rookie, right?
Yeah, while still shooting over 46%, or we're projecting 46. I'm forgetting off the top of my head what he shot last year, but let's get Murray in the queue for sure.
And I'm adding my boy MPJ, Mike Porter Jr. Big. I don't care, Ken. I'm a big fan. And he's still got that Rudy Gay 1 steal, 1 block, 1 3 per game upside. I believe that we haven't seen the best season from Michael Porter yet.
Well, that's true. 62 games last year. That was a career high. Well, it doesn't hurt to put him in the queue.
John Collins, I would be surprised if he drops, but he's a guy who hits a lot of the benchmarks percentages. I do think assists are going to be something.
Who hits your percentage hurdles in addition to Tobias? Even older man Chris Paul. Steal and a half a game. 7+ assists. 45% from the field, 84 from the free throw line. Not huge volume, though, obviously, for the...
Ooh, man. Yeah.
You don't want to touch Devin Vassell's shooting field goal percentage in San Antonio, do you?
I'm pretty sure he's gone, isn't he?
Could be. I'm woefully behind. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, but I would have. Yes, I think a lot of upside there. I'm gonna throw John Collins in the queue. We're not touching Miles Bridges.
No, sir.
I'll tell you this, man. I was down on Miles Bridges. I was about 70 before the latest news, or I don't know all the details, and I think there's a lot that still has to come to light. But before the latest news about Miles Bridges surfaced, I was already at 0 shares through 70 best ball drafts. He was going like in the 60s, 70s, and I look at I want to call them the Bobcats so bad. The Hornets team.
Yeah.
The fact that they have Miles Bridges he's owed $7.9 million this season. He's on a 1-year deal. This is a team that just drafted a small forward with the number 2 pick. They've got PJ Washington. They just brought back on a multi-year contract. John Collins off the board. You've got Gordon Hayward. They owe a bunch of money to. Scary Terry and LaMelo. I didn't think assuming or expecting Miles Bridges to return to his form from the 21-22 season was misguided, in my opinion.
It was bonkers. And plus, there's the risk of crazy off the court stuff, which has already occurred. So we don't even have to debate it. Miles Bridges dead to us.
I will say I like Spencer Dinwiddie, D'Angelo Russell.
Right, let's talk other percentage divas.
Scoop.
Tyus Jones gone. Son of a schnipe.
Good. I didn't want him. I'm so happy about that.
I
will say
so
one
who
of the
do
guys.
you want? You want Tobias?
I do want
Keegan.
one of these. I want one of these forwards who's going to have great percentages and hit threes. So basically, that's Michael Porter, Keegan Murray, Tobias Harris. It's one of
Keegan
those.
Murray,
three.
not a great free throw shooter.
I think he is actually. I think he's better than what he was in his rookie year. I think he profiles as a 80 plus from the line. We haven't seen it yet, but for how efficient he is from downtown and everything else, it would make sense.
The threes will be there for Murray far more than they will be for Tobias, but
Tobias has some upside to see a scoring uptick this year, if depending on
when Harden's moved.
Yeah, if Harden's moved, Tobias Harris, I think, is off the board now.
It's off the board.
Yep, D'Angelo Russell off the board. Whew. How do you feel
We're 2
about?
picks away. I like
sir.
Keegan Murray. I'm not gonna lie. I like Keegan Murray a lot.
How do you feel about Markelle Fultz?
You think the threes are just going to show up?
No, he's not going to get threes.
That's what I mean. I don't.
He'll have steals.
I guess I wouldn't mind him.
Percentages. Assists.
ADP here for. Put him in the queue. I would rather go Murray here if we have that option.
My hope is, all right, who just went out? Scoot Henderson. Ah, damn it! I was going to try talking into Scoot at pick 98. I would want to go. All right, we've got one pick before us. I want to go forward. I want to go Keegan Murray or Michael Porter. Fine. And then whichever after that, we go with whichever guard's the best fit for our team at 98.
I'm shocked PJ Washington's still there since he qualifies at center in this format. Valanciunas is already gone.
I think he's going to have a big year. I think PJ's got some good block upside. He's going to hit more 3-pointers.
Well, let's go Murray. Can we pick Murray now?
You want Murray over Porter?
Yes, I do.
Porter's got better percentages.
Murray's going to play a lot more games.
I'll give you Murray. I want the record to show.
Sophomore upside.
Yeah, I still think Porter's like ridiculous upside. I want the record to show I prefer Porter, but I'm
there goes Fultz. There goes Porter.
All right, so here I think we should go guard here. So we have some options. Got Chris Paul, Buddy Hield, Klay Thompson. I'm going to take Buddy Hield and Klay Thompson out of the equation. Chris Paul, Dinwiddie, Trey Jones, Jalen Green. We need assists. So to me,
Dinwiddie's a bit of a gunner. We got him at 7.
I think
I expect Paul to have a full assist more a game.
You think
Paul.
So?
Yeah.
All right.
We don't really know how good Ben Simmons is going to be for the Nets. There's a decent chance he really is their starting point guard or point forward for.
He'll be like actually. I mean, Dinwiddie would start. If Simmons starts and plays 30 minutes per game, he'll lead that team in assists.
We on the current RotoWire depth chart have Simmons at point guard and Dinwiddie at shooting guard.
Right, but that positions don't matter, especially with that team 1 through
4.
No,
I just mean they're in our starting lineup, though. They're the starting 5.
I fully expect both of them to start, and I expect if Simmons is healthy and playing 30 minutes a game, I expect he'll lead that team in assists. Dinwiddie will be good for 5 assists per game still.
Yeah, 5 assists.
All right,
yeah.
Let's see where we're at after those 2 picks. Oh man. Not in love with it, but I think it's right for the build that we have going.
There goes PJ Washington next.
His percentages are terrible.
That's concern. The Falcons is concerned.
I love his upside. I love him a lot more in non-rotisserie leagues.
Points league. Yeah. Buddy Hield still on the bar. Right, we're now in we need a guard and flex. I mean, Buddy Hield will be awesome probably the first 2 months till he gets traded.
He's not going to be available.
No,
we have like what 18 picks or something.
Yeah.
20 picks to wait. There's no way.
All right, on the RotoWire stat analysis, what does it say we should be? Where are we worst? What category should we be hunting?
Well, it's percent. I'll tell you right now. I mean, we are going to need some more 3-pointers. I think by default, some of those are going to come in. So many guys in today's NBA hit 3-pointers. It's still, I'm mostly worried about percentages. Field goal percentage, we're close. We're at 48.1. I want to be at 49-ish.
So we're just going all centers.
No, it's just picking not picking the Jalen Greens if he drops, not picking the guys who are going to shoot 42%. It's just finding guys who have reasonable shooting percentages.
Wiggins, is he still out there? Free throws terrible, but
yes, free throws are terrible.
Oh, he's already gone. Wiggins
yeah. But we can start looking. I'm going to start looking at some guys. Down
Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, I'm down for some Keldon Johnson.
Oh, he's gone. Where did he go?
No, he's just down far. I'm adding.
Oh, I've got guards. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna add Jaden Ivey to the queue. We will discuss it. I'm just adding it to the queue.
Look, all the speech, all this lip service are given percentages. Then you add Jaden Ivey to our queue.
We're gonna discuss it. It's very unlikely we pick him. Ben Math, Mr. Benedict.
You've already got Cunningham.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm not talking about Jaden Ivey right now. All right, Math, Benedict.
Yes,
I know.
Yes,
yeah. All right, I love Trey Murphy, especially for these formats. I do worry.
The knee worry you? I worry about the knee.
I am worried about the knee. So,
I think we got a legit shot. We got a legit shot at Mathurin. Maybe not. Maybe not.
No, he'll be there. It's in that range. I like Trey Murphy. I think he's a little bit too expensive. His ADP is 129.
Yeah.
Shaden Sharp. Yes.
I was just going to ask you about Shaden Sharp hype.
Yes,
Where
sir.
do you stand on it? Even despite the weak free throws? I mean, he could get a gazillion shots.
I think he's better than Simons. I don't know if we'll see that this year, but long term, I would prefer him over Simons.
Do you even want to ponder your guy in Toronto?
Yeah, of course. We can ponder it. It's going to be a while. Schroeder. Mike Conley, we've talked ad nauseum.
Yeah.
Brandon Miller. Yeah. Brandon Miller, I understand the risk. I think it's a little bit, I think his poor summer league showing is a little bit overblown.
I'd feel better if he was playing a little better in the preseason.
He's been okay.
What about RotoWire darling Gary Trent?
No. I don't believe he's gonna start for this team. And I think a lot of his value is baked in the fact that he was gifted a starting position spot. He's also basically a 2-category guy, 3-pointers and points, and that's it. And I think we see a significant decline in the points this year. But yeah, if he drops and it's a 150 pick instead of 130, I think then he's worth considering. But I'm not a big Gary Trent believer. Let me ask you about he was a darling in last year's podcast, Jeremy Sohan.
I mean,
he's going to be playing some point. He's going to be playing some point guard.
Free throws. Aren't their free throws atrocious?
Yes.
I mean, I'm trying to listen to your pregame motivational talk, focusing on these goals at the percentage. And then you bring up names like Sohan, and I'm like, I don't what Shannon, what?
I'm just bringing it up, man. That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Another Piston off the board, by the way. It seems a little early for Mr. Bogdanovich, but all right.
I would not pick him there, but
no. Clay Johnson, I was thinking, or Clay Thompson, I was thinking about, but the shooting percentage is going to get worse, not better. Josh Hart, I love Josh Hart in real basketball. Just love the fact that he can play anywhere. Gamer.
Give you a quick rundown of recent picks. So we have, after Keegan Murray, went Markelle Fultz and Michael Porter, and then Chris Paul. PJ Washington, Wiggins, Marcus Smart, Christian Wood. I would not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Klay Thompson, Jaden McDaniels, Trey Jones, Robert Williams, Mitch Robb, Bojan Bogdanovich, Josh Hart, Jalen Green off the board. Round 10, pick 2 for Jalen Green. That is a great example of how an inefficient player, a player with a horrible shooting percentage on a high volume, can see their value tank in a rotisserie league, especially one as sharp as NFBKC drafters typically are.
What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks before us. I mean, our queue is way deeper than 6. Ivy scares me. I'll be right there. The percentages just scare me. But we'll see who's available when we get there.
So, most projected assist on the board, Spencer Dinwiddie by a decent margin. I don't think he's going to drop to us. Pick 119. If he does, that's a smash for me, man. I mean, Buddy Hield
Agreed.
Buddy Hield or Dinwiddie. I like Buddy Hield's threes. I like his percentages. I do worry about his role with the Pacers this season, but if either one of those two drop, I am good with selecting them there.
Yeah. And Mathurin. I'm
Ben Math and Keldon Johnson, I also like. So those are really any of those 4, and I think we're in a pretty good spot.
Oh man, I like these picks for us. Paul Reed, Westbrook, Capella. Thank you, everyone. I don't get the Reed hype. I mean, I get it. That he will get a little bump from where he was at, but still,
I like Reed. He's got some. He's shown it flashed it on a per minute basis. It's been pretty good. It just depends, and with the new coaching staff in Philadelphia, I think they're going to try to find new, unique ways. But I really only like Paul Reed if there goes Dinwiddie. It's unbelievable they dropped that far.
It is. I mean, I would have been fine if we had taken him instead of Chris Paul. That was a bit of a coin flip for me. We're going to get Buddy Hield or Keldon Johnson, sir, or Mathurin.
I think I understand why Buddy Hield's still around. I think his ADP is pretty.
No, we could be loving him the first half of the season and hating him the second half of the season. But how many three-point snipers shoot over 45.5%? Not many at all.
Not many at all. So pick. Let's see the pick at the turn for us. He has 4 guards and 3 forwards, 2 centers. Zach Collins has got to have center eligibility, I would assume.
Yeah.
So he's got some roster flexibility. He could basically go any which way with it. Oh, damn. There goes Ben Math.
And Hield. Wait, no. Ben Math.
Hield's still available.
Sorry, I'm looking.
So, I guess my question would be Keldon Johnson or Buddy Hield?
I'm very happy with either. So it depends who we think's more likely there at the turn. Any opinions on that?
Buddy Hield just worries me. There's not many players coming off the bench who finish as top 100 fantasy players.
Okay.
I side with Kelton Johnson.
All right, go for it. Yeah.
You good with that?
I'm good. I'm going to hit it. I'm there. You can beat me to it. Yeah. He might still be there.
I mean, I will say I'm cool going Hield over Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey's field goal percentage is problematic. Yeah. Grant Williams. Whoa. All right, so back to us. We had Jordan Clarkson and Grant Williams come off the board.
Oh, we got to go Buddy Hield. Let's just take the threes. Be loving him first half of the season. We bench him the second half.
Good chance Shaden Sharp's coming off the bench to start the season for that team. Yeah. They could go
Trey
small.
Murphy's hurt. Trey Murphy's hurt.
Trey Murphy would have already been picked. Brandon Miller, I understand. I like it. But there's a couple guards later, too. I'm cool with Buddy Hield.
Yeah, let's go Buddy Hield. And maybe we get Mike Conley for our next draft pick.
Yeah, the next pick, we've got – so we'll have guys like Colin Sexton, Dennis Schroeder, Amen Thompson, Obi Toppin, Isaiah Stewart. Actually, we probably won't go Beef Stew. He's his 3-point stroke's looking good, but unfortunately, he doesn't have forward eligibility. Max Strus, how you feeling about him in Cleveland, Ken?
I mean, he's a great upgrade over what they had at small forward, but he's awfully he's going to be just threes, and I think Cleveland will be a lot happier with him than we will be. I'd rather, I mean, you're going to laugh at me. I'd almost rather go Marcus Smart. Is he still out there?
No.
Marcus? No, my biases are coming through. No, Smart's not out there. That's trivial.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to go assist and probably guard. So my hope is that, a Conley, a Schroeder, a Sexton is there. They all have their risks. Sexton came off the bench in the most recent game for the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, you can never have too many point guards.
I will say one guy I'm going to be adding to our queue is DeAndre Hunter. Finally made his preseason debut, started.
They give him crazy amount of minutes, whether he deserves it or not.
He has flaws, good percentages though. Not great on defense side. I still think there's another level that he can reach.
I mean, maybe just frankly being healthy, would give him the boost. Did you remove Ivy from our queue?
I did.
You did. Oh, okay. Why? Because of the field goal percentage?
I'm actually. I think my biggest concern is the fact that they're deploying him as a 6-man right now.
Yeah.
I still like him. I think I as a Pistons fan, I'm disappointed they're going that route. I believe he should be starting alongside Cade. I think his rookie season, not many rookies go 16, 4, and 5. It's not very common. And I liked some of the flashes. He started pretty slow, but I do like some aspects of his game that we saw, and I'm a believer. But the team doesn't, I did to be determined how they're going to deploy him.
Look at our 4 forwards and our 4 guards and tell me where you think we're stronger, guard or forward.
I think we're stronger forward.
Yeah, we also have Keldon at the flex, plus all those centers we have qualified for. Well,
I would like to go guard with the next 2 picks, with 43 and 46.
Oh, the dream. If we can go Conley Schroeder, that would be the dream here. I don't think it'll happen. Too many picks away. We're not picking till 143. You should have heard Steve Alexander just laugh at me as I extolled the virtues of Mike Conley. Today's podcast.
Underrated. Buddy Hield. I will say this team has a lot of players who I don't typically draft.
I'm having an influence on you, for better or for worse.
Oh, the latter.
Hey, I let you get Cade early. Come on.
I know. That's why. And you know what? I don't even think it wasn't even about the fandom. I honestly think Cade was the best pick there.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. RotoWire loves our draft, by the way, which makes sense. We have
Yeah, I mean, I think we're doing pretty good. Most of the categories we are good on 3-pointers. Buddy Hield was a huge help in that area. We're gonna get there. I think we're gonna get there on most categorical targets. My big concern is assist right now.
okay.
And the percentages definitely have not trended in the direction I'd hoped. But I will say, if you look at some of the players we have, Keldon Johnson, I think he has another level of efficiency that he can reach.
Okay.
Also, like Chris Paul, it's entirely possible Chris Paul takes a little bit lower of a volume on the shooting side and becomes even, becomes more efficient.
Absolutely.
I think Trey and Cade, Keegan Murray, all of those guys, I actually think could see an just natural improvement in their stroke, in their efficiency as progressing players. So I do believe there's upside here for our percentages be decent, a decent bit better than what the current projections would dictate.
I mean, picking field goal percentage for sophomores, in particular Keegan and Cade, I'm going to put in the sophomore category. There's still a lot of room, a lot of fluctuation there. Chris Paul is going to be Chris Paul. Julius Randle's going to be Julius Randle. But Keegan Murray and Cade Cunningham, upside. Okay. Well, there goes Ivy.
If he was still there, we would have been picking him.
It would be awfully nice to get Conley or Schroeder here.
Yeah, Conley's not as good from the field as I would like, but I think he's a good bat for 6 assists per game, and with pick 143, it's pretty rare that you find someone who's going to get that many assists. But Conley is no longer in the prime of his career. He would hit 45% on a pretty regular basis or hover right around there from the floor. He's not that any longer. But maybe if the Timberwolves are humming along and gel well.
I mean, we all know he played a lot better with the T-Wolves than he did with Utah. Brandon Miller gone.
Yeah, I will say he did actually shoot 46% in the 24 games with Minnesota. 86% from the line.
And he just got taken. There goes the dream.
Oh, well, it's for the best.
Well, we lead him to Schroeder then. The assist options are dwindling, and I'm not going Killian Hayes.
Here's the exciting part is my DFS NHL lineup. Noah Dobson. 5 shots on goal, 1 assist, and 2 blocks.
Wow.
At the end of the second period.
Oh, you played DFS hockey. Wow.
Oh man, I've been going the first week of the season here. I'm just itching for real basketball to return, Ken.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I like hockey.
I really was pining for Mike Conley. I can't lie. I was really getting excited about Mike Conley.
Well, I get it, but I think Schroeder's the better pick.
Oh, all right. Well, I respectfully disagree, but happy to have either of them on our roster. There goes Red Velvet. I can't say that I mean, I would at this stage, I'd far rather gamble on a Colin Sexton than Red Velvet, just for the upside hope, you know.
Yeah, Red Velvet. Are you? I mean, he's not even.
It's pretty low on the pecking order there in Sacramento.
Yeah, no, it's. I'm good, and he was just taken. You know, there's Duarte's challenge.
Sure.
Duarte's pushing him for the starting gig.
Really? I did not notice that.
Yeah, there's
Chris Duarte, 48-year-old rookie Chris Duarte.
it's a real. Some people think it's a real competition. Shade Sharp going at pick 7 of the 12th round. I am bummed that he did not last. We are at pick 140. Our next picks are 143 and 146. Top of our queue right now is Dennis Schroeder, Trey Murphy, Colin Sexton. I know how this is going to land, but I do like, especially with the latest Miles Bridges news, I like Gordon Hayward more than I probably should.
He would be enjoyable for about 2 weeks.
Dennis Schroeder, Colin Sexton off the board.
Snipey, right? Just before sniped.
We are going to be hurting for assist. Guess who the top projected assist man in the draft? No, yes, Killian Hayes.
And then the cockroach, TJ McConnell. Well, this is where going center heavy, bites us a little.
We do have one of my favorite late round darks available, who I think will be.
Oh no!
If he,
come on,
no,
Jalen, THT.
THT. All right, we are up. All right. So,
I mean, THT is going to be.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't really. I don't think we have to pick him now. The problem is going guard. I
mean, you go Brogdon.
Brogdon's not going to play for Portland, man. He's like, if he were on a team he's actually going to play for, I'd be down. But this is a tough spot, man. All of our guards just went that we were hoping for one of them to land with us. We're down to 22 seconds. Oh, Ken. I like Hayward here. I know that's annoying.
I'm not sure I have anything better.
RJ Barrett and hope that he improves at his percentages.
Nah, let's go. I'd rather go.
I think RJ Barrett's a better pick than Hayward.
Okay, take RJ.
It's too late. We just auto picked.
Trey Murphy. Schneikes. Why did you taunt me like that? You brought up a name. You didn't even have him in our queue. That's terrible. It's not terrible.
This is a price of entertainment. We're sitting here trying to entertain the masses. All 3 live stream viewers.
We're back already.
We are back. So do we want to go Barrett
now,
or do we want to go? Or do we want to go with an option? I mean, I'm fine with Barrett. We know the flaws. It's basically hoping that some of his warts go away.
Yeah. Or do you go Jeremy Sohan? But we're pretty forward heavy right now.
Yeah. Barrett's guard eligible.
Yeah.
Oh, yuck. We're doing it.
Yeah, and that didn't go well for us. We kind of fell apart there when our guards all got sniped right. Oh, boy. Sexy, Schroeder, and Conley, all within 5 picks of us.
Yeah, really just wanted one of those guys to drop. THT is going to be an option with our next 2 picks. I think if he's still there.
We're hoping he becomes a starting point guard in Utah, huh?
It's possible. He started every preseason game. He also, in the latest exhibition, played 12 minutes and had a bunch of goose eggs. And did not play, I think, the entire second half. But it was an exhibition. It was against one of the European teams. I forget what team exactly. But I still Keontae George. They have some other options, but these are going to be the last two players on our team, especially, are basically going to be flex spots, right? So we're going to be streaming pretty hardcore in this league.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You want to take a flyer on Cam Thomas anytime? Doesn't help us with pure points play.
Yeah, I'm good with him being in the queue there, of course. Let me see. Trey Murphy and Barrett. I will say Trey Murphy is like the ideal player for this format.
Yeah.
With the caveat being, we're basically hoping that he's ready on December 1st by picking him.
Yeah.
Which is in play.
I mean, the minutes will, if he's healthy, the minutes will be there in New Orleans.
I mean, if he somehow returns, by late November, I think where we got him's solid.
Now, are you still a Cole Anthony hater?
Yeah, he's not a part of that team's future. I think his role is going to be very much diminished this year. I think he's their fourth guard at best.
See, I think Suggs is not in their future, but
are you kidding me, dude? He's a top 5 pick.
And he's been terrible. Terrible.
He hasn't been healthy. He's really
all right. We got
good.
3 more spots to fill.
We're fine with 3-pointers. Assists are going to be low. Our next guy, our points, pretty good, honestly. Right now, the main issue, blocks, surprisingly. Block steals, and actually, that's not right. These percentages are wrong. This is saying our percentages are really good. There must be some.
Well, just eyeball testing our team. I feel like the rebounds are going to be great. The blocks are going to be really good. The field goal percentage should be good. We're going to come out of the gate good at 3-pointers, but that's going to get worse as the season goes on and Buddy Hield's role shrinks.
We're like stacked at 3-pointers according to the projections. I am primarily worried about assist, which
there's no solution available for.
No, THT is off the board. He was selected, it looks like.
No, he's still in our queue. Still there, still available.
All right. So he's not a great option. And there's a lot of risk, but if he does stick in the starting lineup for that team, he was really good with assists last year down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
We got sniped, unfortunately. That 12th round when we were hoping to go with a guard, with a Schroeder, a Sexton, Mike Conley.
Yeah. All our late round point guards were grabbed just before our turn.
Yeah, I think better play probably would have been just. I like the Hield and Keldon Johnson picks though at 10 and 11. I have
no problems with those at all.
Those are good values. All right. Well, it'll make it so we have a very obvious category that we're trying to fill throughout the year as well. And it could open up, especially if the Knicks, let's say Brunson suffers an injury for the Knicks, our guys, Randall and RJ Barrett, are going to have to pick up some of the slack there. I also firmly believe, kind of like we were talking about with some of the percentage upsides that we have for our young guys, Cade Cunningham, Chris Paul, both of those guys could easily average more assists than what they're currently projected to. I think with Chris Paul in particular, we haven't projected for 7.7 assists, but if he's if he's starting for that team and playing 30 minutes per, I would be amazed that if he doesn't average more. I think he's going to fit in really well with the Warriors. And then Cade Cunningham, he is going to be the main facilitator on that team by leaps and bounds. His usage is going to be the highest. And, he's a guy who could easily average quite a bit more dimes than what he's currently projected for.
In our desperation for assists, do we have any interest in Karis LeVert or Cameron Payne?
No. I don't.
Or Alex Caruso or.
No, definitely not. I don't think this league's deep enough for its 12 teams, 16 man rosters. I really I would, and also those guys aren't big assist guys anyways, right?
No, they're just the biggest remaining assist guys.
But I like Gordon Hayward for assists more than those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he was still at 4.1 assists per game last year. Played 50 games.
We have a crazy amount of forwards to guards on this team.
Yep.
We kind of have to take a guard next, don't we? If THT's gone, are we going to gamble on Keontae George or Cam Thomas?
No, not necessarily. Mm-hmm. What? Who the hell took Suggs out of the queue? Did Suggs get drafted?
Suggs got drafted.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go, Ken. There's your answer between Cole Anthony and Suggs. I also think center eligible player is still in play. We're probably fine there. We have Vooch, Jarrett Allen, Jaren Jackson. We have 4 center eligible players, so that's solid. That's solid.
We're not getting any more assists out of the remaining centers. That's for done. Wendell Carter's not going to start.
You talk about Mason Plumlee.
Oh, that's true.
We've talked about his playmaking skills for years.
True. Where do we have him on the RotoWire rankings?
Cole Anthony's ass out of my queue.
Mason Plumlee, 246. The RotoWire rankings for this format.
Ant Black. I would rather pick Anthony Black than Cole Anthony.
Such a log jam. I mean, and that team's been so poorly run for so many years. They just keep everyone's a tweener and everyone gets 20 minutes. And
they have a really good roster now.
Uh-oh. We just got sniped. THT gone. 2 picks before we were going to go for him. Who you want to do? Gordon Hayward? Yet another forward?
I'm not liking a lot of these guards with the guards that are available.
No, I don't think anything.
It's basically like Keontae George and Cam Thomas, who I'm game for taking Cam Thomas with one of these 2 picks.
Okay.
He does not give us what we need.
No, he doesn't.
Because 3-pointers is legitimately the one thing we don't need. If Nembhard was starting, he would be more interesting for me. Yeah, and he's not going to start.
Josh,
I can't.
All right. Do you want to go Hayward?
I do. Yeah.
I can live with Hayward. I mean, we play him until he gets hurt, and then we cut him for free agent.
Yes, sir. And we got 2 more roster spots.
You're gonna do Cam on the way back. Oh wait,
Chris Dunn.
Where's back at? Clock.
Back to us. Chris Dunn and Zaire Williams. Wow. They're taking some darts here.
On Cam Thomas here.
I'm good going to Cam Thomas.
He's one of those guys where if there are injuries, oh my goodness, the stats could be a little crazy.
So we have one.
I mean, Nembhard is going to have his second year in the NBA. They deal healed. That could free up a lot of minutes for him. Gosh, though, he had a lot of opportunities to shine last year and was pretty iffy.
So, Grant, let's say, let me take a look at this draft board. I'm not as worried about position, only because I think that we are basically, if we need a guard, we're gonna make a roster move, right? Like, I want to be, I want us to be pretty nimble and flexible. With free
what about
agents.
Keontae George? What are the chances he's starting by December?
I think there's a chance he starts like before December.
Well, then let's take that flyer. He's 19 is the only.
Yeah. He might be the best point guard on that team already.
Well, then let's take a flyer. We're in flyer territory.
No, I'm game. If he's available, I'm game. And if DeAndre Hunter is the best player available, I'm fine picking him.
He's gonna get crazy minutes.
You know, Caleb Martin. Let's see who else is on here. I'm not a Cole Anthony believer. I don't think there's any chance he sees significant run alongside Fultz. You know, we could even go crazy and pick someone like Dylan Brooks, which I just don't know if I can handle it, Ken.
Any interest in Killian Hayes?
No.
That's saying a lot since you are a Pistons fan. Yeah, that's right. With Monte Morris there, why would Killian Hayes get?
Oh, Killian Hayes looks like Studley this preseason, and I think he's actually going to beat out Monte Morris for the backup role.
Okay.
It's I would not have said that 2 months ago. Christian Brown. Sorry, I always want to say Braun. Christian Brown, what do you think about him? You remember watching him during the Nuggets championship run?
I feel like he's a highlight reel, but the consistency will never be there. What about this? What about this in Minnesota? Right? Mike Conley, who we love, but he is really old. Conley gets hurt. Shake Milton's going to have to play 45 minutes a game.
Shake Milton's not good, and I don't think he would actually play 45 minutes per game. Shake Milton.
45 was an entertainment value joke there. But,
no, I think they would give minutes. I don't believe.
You just don't have any other point guards. There's no other point guards on that roster.
No, it would be de facto, Ant-Man, Edwards. Yeah. But you look at that depth chart, and we've discussed that a little bit during the show the last few weeks. That's one of the reasons why we're high on Conley with the late pick. But you got McLaughlin, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I actually like him quite a bit. He was very good for them down the stretch last year.
He'll never sniff the point.
No, it'd be Anthony Edwards would be the point guard. If I will tell you this right now, if Mike Conley gets hurt, Anthony Edwards is that team's point guard.
Okay. All right.
Remember, how many assists did Derek Fisher average per game, Ken?
That's a good point. Very good point.
What about here's this guy? This guy.
There was a buzz for Shake in Philadelphia. It did not pay out well.
It's because he's got a cool name. But speaking of cool names, Ken, this is a guy, you've been riding this guy all preseason. What do you think of Grady Dick?
I mean, he's just going to be a 3-point shooter.
Okay.
He's sure not going to get us assists.
No, but he's guard eligible. Yeah. He's a guy on a Toronto team that's in a transitional year to some extent.
Yeah. Agreed. I mean, they should give him minutes, but he's just like a poor man's Gary Trent.
Yeah, but it would be fun to ride. To ride that train, Ken. All right.
Oh, my. How about Dylan Brooks, by the way? Hitting my man Tice in the groin in the first preseason game and already getting a huge fine. I mean, it was ridiculous.
He is who he is, man.
He's who he is, exactly.
All right, here you go. Here's a guard out
there.
Guard eligible player for you, Ken.
Okay.
John Conchar. What do you think?
Hey, 9 category. He could see minutes. Those 25 games, jaws out. He's going to get a lot of minutes, but you got to be a pretty deep league. 16. You need to be in a 16 teamer.
So I don't believe, just because it is a very important discussion we have towards the end of every draft, the John Conchar debate. And
that's why there's so many people watching this live right now.
John Conchar and his career averages of 5 points and 5 rebounds per game, and he played 21 minutes per game last year and averaged 5 and 4. He didn't even hit a 3-pointer, not even 1 3-pointer per game in that. I will tell you right now, I don't care where he's listed on anyone's depth chart. This team actually, they have been, Marcus Smart's been out most of the preseason, if not all of it. So they've had Derrick Rose starting at point guard, Desmond Bane, and then the 3 has been a rotation. Zaire Williams has started there. Luke Kennard has started there. David Rowdy has started there. And those are the guys. Aldama's been getting minutes. Jaren Jackson. I actually think.
Sure would love Zaire to turn it up a notch.
I don't think there's any chance John Conchar leads that team in minutes at the small forward position for even the first 3 weeks or month of the season. I think we're going to see David Rowdy. We're going to see Zaire, Luke Kennard, even a lineup where this team goes big. And they could go small, slide Bane over to the 3 and have Smart and Rose start.
You need to complain to Alex Barutha, who's listing Conchar as on top of the depth chart for us at small forward.
That's fine. I will be amazed if he starts.
Okay.
The dude can't even crack the rotation in the preseason, and it's not because they're saving him for the regular season.
I have some faith in our depth chart listings.
I would put him behind Jake LaRavia.
Like you got to let this go. We're 2 picks away. Man, we have 5 names in our queue.
You act like we've been timed out. You act like we've been timed out on multiple picks already. This
right? Yes, exactly.
What about the guy Jaquez? What's
people keep talking too much? You've talked us out of some picks here. It'll be okay, but because I'm managing the queue, don't worry.
Yeah, the queue's all set, and that's why it didn't matter that we timed out. We had a queue. We were good.
Yeah, we were good.
But
no one's watching this. No one's waiting for the last round of our.
What about Jaime?
Where's this going? Where is this going?
Minnesota. Jaime Jaquez.
I'm probably a pass there, but
you don't think
I do appreciate your.
He's guard eligible. Keontae George is available. I'm smashing that button.
There we go. Okay, good. That's a good flyer pick at the end.
I like it. I like it quite a bit.
All right, fans. Well, thanks for sticking with us. If you're here, I feel like we owe you money.
We will Venmo you. Drop us your handles in the comment section. Thanks for watching.
Turn off the lights. Is Kachura there? It's probably just you and Kachura there.
You've worked with the guy for a decade plus, and you still don't know his name.
Am I always saying it wrong? How do you say it?
It's Eric is his first name. Did you know that part?
Katuri. Yeah, Katuri is really how he says
Katuri.
I thought it was Katuria. Okay. All right. Well, adios, fans. This 2-car fantasy train wreck has hit the end of the road.
Hit a brick wall.
End stream. End